if we were to switch lives for a week, how would that go? What would it look like?
Oh, yeah, we're fighting tonight. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
You want to fight? I think this is stemming from there's a little resentment about how you perceive my life to be so good.
Well,
that's why we're doing this topic right now, is because you think I don't work.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Somehow Married podcast. I'm Amanda.
I'm Jonathan.
And somehow we're
And
married.
somehow we're married. I'm going to keep doing it.
We're sitting very close to each other today.
I moved us closer.
I know.
I want us to be like cozier.
I can't tell if I like it or not.
I just want to be next to you.
Dislike it.
Look, now
We can really pound it.
Now
this
we
time.
can pound it. For our audio listeners, she means a fist bump. This is a family podcast.
Oh, gosh.
So some exciting news. We posted a reel on Instagram that's at like 100,000 views.
Yeah, that's weird.
I know, and it's just us reading a Reddit thread.
Yeah, it's not even our content, so thanks, people.
It's not even, but it's just blowing up. So if you guys are watching this podcast because you found us through an Instagram reel, what's up?
Can you comment a chicken?
Comment a chicken if you found us through an Instagram reel.
Yeah.
But it's just like going off. Like there's all this attention on it. I don't know. We're going to be famous. It's great. We did it.
You keep saying that. We're not.
I'm sorry that
But
I'm a positive thinker.
You are positive. I
No,
am a
we're
negative
gonna
Nancy.
be famous. But there's all kinds of comments on there. Somebody commented, they're like, another podcast did this Reddit thread a while back. And I was like, oh, what podcast? And so they named some podcast. I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So I was like, I'm going to go check it out. And so then I Googled that podcast. And they're a really big podcast. They're Barstool Sports. It's part of their stuff. And they were a lot funnier than us. So.
I saw one comment that said, "This is AI. This story is AI." And I want to be like, this story was years
This story
ago.
came out way before it. I remember when that story got released. I was on
Yeah.
Reddit at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is wild. But yeah, there's another podcast that did it also, and they were funnier than us. So theirs was very funny.
You listened to it?
Yeah, I actually really like that podcast, so I
Okay, well,
subscribed.
There you go. That's
They're
the
funny.
point.
Just a bunch of dudes like having dude conversations.
Mm-hmm.
They were good. So
Well, good. I'm glad
anyway,
you found something
before
out
we
of
get
it.
started talking about our week, let's read some comments. Not the comments on that thread. There's like hundreds of them, just like comments on our videos and stuff.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know that I saw any this week.
I know. I maintain them. So
Yeah.
especially on like YouTube, once I reply, it's not going to show them to you anymore
Mm-hmm.
because it filters them out. But
Mhm.
I stay on top of it. So we have one from Brittany Campbell 1657. That's your cousin.
Yeah.
She said, "You two are too cute. I love you both."
Oh.
So thank you so much, Brittany Campbell 1657.
Does it really say those numbers, or do you just add random
No,
numbers?
it does. It says their
Oh,
numbers.
okay.
We got one from Courtney_Wallace.
Shout out.
Yeah, she sits 20 feet down the hall from me in her office. She said, "Did we just get our first shout out? So excited. Fred Support Friends." She is Dirty Steve's wife.
Yeah.
So she got their first shout
Oh,
out.
because you shouted out the taco bus.
The brisket
the
bus.
brisket bus.
Put some respect on that.
Sorry.
He does make the best brisket I've ever had in my life. We got another one from Lauren S. Allen
Woohoo.
on YouTube, and she said, we were talking about movies, and she said, "Joel likes to make me watch movies I've never seen before, like what I do with you." She said, "Years ago, before we had kids, we picked up a Saturday, and he had like 4 or 5 movies lined to watch. He asked which one on the list I wanted to watch first. I looked up 0 trailers and gave 0 information about the movies beforehand, so I picked My Girl because it looked like a cute, sweet little movie. Great start to that little marathon, and he let me believe that. It ruined my Saturday, and I still haven't recovered. If you know, you know. I also no longer trust his movie choices and have to watch trailers for anything he picks." Have you ever seen My Girl? Macaulay Culkin's in it when he's a kid.
No, but I'm wondering if this is it
freaking
sad?
sad. Yes.
I wonder if this is the movie when we went on vacation for spring break. We had friends saying that there was this one movie that just totally wrecked them forever.
It
it might be that movie.
I've never fully recovered from that. It's a great movie. Don't get me wrong. He had a great suggestion. It is a great movie. But if you go into that movie blind, it is so sad.
Well, and I remember we were talking about movies that make us cry really hard. And I said, there's really only been one movie that has made me cry really hard, and it was My Sister's Keeper.
That one's also very sad.
It's really sad and hard.
My Girl's in a similar vibe. My Girl's all about grief and loss. And
I need to see if that's the one. Because the other day I was trying to remember what movie it was.
It's like
that they
a
were
child
talking
dealing
about.
with grief.
Okay. Don't give me too much, but
There's
okay.
we'll watch it at some point if you want. Like, you like to be sad.
Yeah.
You love it. And that
Do you
movie
think that
is so
if
sad.
we were in the movie, what's the one about the feelings? Inside Out.
Inside Out.
That sadness would run my life?
Yes.
You
No. Either that or anxiety. You're like a mix. You're just you're like a turquoise. You're blue and green mixed together. You're a sad,
do? Green
anxious
is
person.
disgust.
Or orange,
Orange.
blue
yeah.
and orange, whatever color that makes. You have
Brown.
anxiety, but it's a sad anxiety. Yeah, you're brown. What color do you think I would be? I really wonder about that.
What are all of them? There's anxiety, disgust, anger, joy, envy.
Or no, ennui, the purple one.
Yeah, but he's envy.
No, envy's ennui isn't really envy. Disgust kind of plays the envy back and forth. Like, there's not a real envy.
What is ennui then?
Ennui is like a bleh, like I don't care. It's a French word for like bleh.
I think you would be. I don't know.
I'm
That's hard.
complex.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because like sometimes that little red dude's in me.
Before your meds, red for sure.
Yeah, before my meds, I was ready to go.
Anger.
When I
just
was like
ruled that roost.
16, I remember one time when I was 16, I had just gotten a car, Pontiac Grand Prix, 1991 Pontiac Grand Prix, and
Is that the one with the hole in the floorboard that you
Yeah.
had a little pet mouse?
yeah, there was a pet mouse that lived in my air system, and there was a hole in the floor. You could see the road while you drove. We just
Yeah.
put a floor mat over it.
Mhm.
And I was driving this. I was working a fireworks stand in, not Boulder, it doesn't matter, somewhere in Denver, a suburb of Denver. And I was driving like 45 minutes every day. And I remember I was driving it, and I was eating I had a bunch of soft tacos from Taco Bell and I was eating them, and this dude cut me off, and I got so mad at him, and so I followed him for a while, like way off track, and he pulls into a Walmart parking lot, and I pull in behind him. I'm like 16.
Oh.
And I pull in behind him. I put my car in park, and I'm going to get out and confront him. And then the biggest man I've ever seen in my life got out of that car, and I put my car in reverse. And he got out, and I was like, oh my God. And I just put my car in reverse, backed out, drove right to the fireworks stand, never said a word.
Especially like you were a late bloomer. So
Yeah, I was a
this
late bloomer.
teeny tiny little
At 16,
teenager.
I was starting to see puberty. You know,
Yeah.
like, I was little, and I grew like 4 inches, like in between my junior and senior year of high school. Like, I was small. And so, but I was going to fight this guy, and then the biggest man in the world got out. And I was like, okay. I just put my car in
Okay.
reverse, and I left.
You can cut me off anytime.
But nowadays, I don't think I'm really that angry, though.
It's because you're medicated.
Praise God for medication. Nowadays, I feel nothing.
So yeah, I think before medication, you probably ran red. I think now you probably would have a little bit of
It's a little more like ennui.
yeah,
Like, yeah, whatever.
and joy.
Yeah. I'm like happy, but I don't care. Like
Yeah.
most emergencies are not my emergency. Some are. And I handle those. But most emergencies in the world are not mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help where I can, but why am I going to stress over it?
Yeah,
If life sucks, that's okay. It's not
Yeah.
about making lemons into lemonade. It's about taking the lemons and saying, okay, I can handle the lemons.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there it is.
But my Jesus, he be making lemonade.
Hey, shout out
Lemonade.
Forrest Frank. If you ever want to come on the podcast, you can be a guest.
That would be cool.
I've never heard your songs, but my wife and kids love you. And and you're a good looking man. So by all means, come on out. His mustache, whenever he's got that mustache, it's a good looking mustache.
Yeah, he's a
Good
good
for him.
man.
Yeah. He does seem like that's the deal. So whenever a Christian artist comes on the scene, I don't jump right in.
Yeah.
I wait. And part of that is because I've had enough Christian artists that like when you actually see who they are, you're like, oh, you're a
You
scumbag.
get disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I wait. But like Forrest Prank, he seems like he has character. Like he's a man of integrity. And I'm to the point now where I'm like, all right, I'm in.
I really wanted to take the kids to his concert for like their first concert. I thought that would be so fun, but I didn't get tickets in time. And then they were so through the roof that I was like, I'm not spending.
What was your first concert?
I
Oh,
won't
miss,
I
I'm
won't
gonna-
spend
I will spend it.
$1,200 on 4 tickets, but
You'll spend $1,200 on one to see Justin Bieber.
I might. And you know what? I won't regret it.
Sometimes you have to be like, get out of the way, kids. Mama needs her time.
I'm telling you right now.
What
I'm
was the
going
first
to that
concert you ever went to?
I think it was Aaron Carter.
Hey, did he do the I want candy?
Oh, absolutely.
You remember when Lizzie McGuire was in an Aaron Carter music video
Yeah.
on Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, it was like, that was one of those, it was like a Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish moment.
It was better than that.
See, that's how you remember it. But after 2 weekends ago, I don't know.
And then right after Aaron Carter was Jesse McCartney. And I
I
had a
never
hard
really
time
got
telling
into
them
his.
apart. I thought it was the same guy.
No.
I was like, this is the same dude. They looked identical.
They look similar, yes.
I was
But
like, just Aaron Carter with a different name.
yeah, Aaron Carter, that was my first concert.
Aaron Carter
Who was your first concert?
my first concert was,
Did you go to concerts?
yeah, I went to concerts growing up.
Like a big one?
Not one that you would think was big, but in my world it was big.
Yeah.
So my first concert was like a music festival,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a Christian music festival, and I saw, this is going to be a weird deep cut for if you've been in church a long time. I watched the OC Supertones had a reunion concert, and I was a big fan of them. They're a ska band.
And that's because your
90s
father.
Christian ska. No, I found this one because of Dusty.
Oh, okay.
Dusty's the one who showed me OC Supertones. But 90s Christian ska, and they had a reunion. At that same one, Petra had a reunion concert, which Petra was so before my time, but I loved Petra. Petra like started like Christian rock. And they were like, at the time I was like, it's a bunch of old dudes. They were in their 50s. They're having a reunion concert. And then I saw Barlow Girl.
I don't know who that is.
You might of me, and though I can't escape you. Anyway, I saw Barlow Girl. I don't know. I grew up, I didn't really start listening to non-Christian music until I was like late into high school.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a thing.
The other day,
And
your
then
mom.
it was classic rock.
The other day, your mom was on the phone, and we were FaceTiming her, and the kids were so excited because they got new Pokemon cards. And she just took a big old deep breath. And I said, what?
They were
She goes,
demonic.
you know, sometimes as parents, you just try really hard to do the best that you can
Yeah,
to protect
nobody
your
tells
children
you.
from the world. To protect your children from the world. And I was like, yeah. And then our daughter, she goes on to tell her grandma, all about how excited she is that we're going home to play D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that was also.
And your mom's over there like, what is going on? You have
And
Pokemon and you're
Here's
playing
the deal.
D&D.
So I gave my mother a hard time on the last episode because there were several things we weren't allowed to do growing up because they were demonic that just weren't. But to be fair, our childhood was like it was like early internet.
Mm-hmm.
And so like researching thing was tricky, and like genuinely as a parent, you're trying to do the right thing. And so sometimes you do something and later you're like, oh, all right, that wasn't that big of a deal.
Right.
You know? But like my life was fine. There was things
Yeah.
I didn't get to do. And at the time I was like, this sucks. I'm fine, you know?
Yeah.
And like there's things I let my kids do that I wasn't allowed to do. There's also things that I don't let my kids do that I was allowed to do. Cause for instance, here's a big one is the idea of like screen time wasn't a thing when I was growing up.
Right.
Me and my brother played video games. The second we got home and finished our homework, we played video games till bedtime every night. And we did it with our dad. We all three played video games. Split screen Halo 3. We would play
We
that
did
for
not play a lot of
hours.
video games.
It was split screen Halo 3 or Call of Duty Zombies, and we would play it for hours and hours. And nowadays I'm up here like, I'm not letting my kids like play video games all the time. It's just different world, different thing, you know?
Yeah.
Now, do I think playing video games all the time hurt me? No, I'm fine. But also media is different nowadays, and it's not like media nowadays is designed to be addictive in a way that it wasn't back then. And so I try and like watch that. But I don't have like, am I upset because I couldn't play with Pokemon cards? No. Yeah, whatever. In fact, she probably saved me a lot of money because there's a lot of dudes my age spending a lot of money on Pokemon now.
I know. Some of those lines go out the stores.
Yeah,
They're waiting for them.
Waiting and trying like, guys, go fix your house or something. What are you doing? Don't you have a mortgage?
Yeah.
But so like, yeah, listen, nobody tells you how to be a parent.
No, they don't come with a manual.
No, they just give you a baby and they're like, oh, yep, this is how it fits in a car seat. That's the only training you get is they make sure it fits in its car seat. And then they just send you. It's harder to adopt a dog.
Yep. I'll never forget driving home from the hospital both times, but really the first time hit hard where we're driving, and I can remember exactly where we were at on
We
the highway.
drove like we had a large pizza in the front seat.
Yeah, but I just remember thinking like, that's it. We're just taking this thing home.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure it out.
I told you when we were in the elevator and we're going down the elevator, I was like, they're not going to tell us anything?
It's just,
We just have a human now?
There it
We're just
is.
responsible for a human. And
it's a wild
and then
thought.
we really messed that first one up.
No, we didn't.
She's a weirdo.
She is weird.
She's like me.
She's different.
She is 100% me.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm a little weird.
With really thick hair who doesn't let me brush it anymore.
Well, and here's the deal. So she very clearly has ADHD, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff. I sent you a video today
I
because I was
watched
watching
it. Yeah.
And here's the deal. I have all of that. She is me.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're currently in this stage right now where we're trying to look at, she's going to a new school next year. And so we're looking at, okay, do we get like a medication for ADHD? She very clearly has it. Do we do that? Do we not? And like, listen, if you medicate your kids, if you don't medicate them, either way, that's your kid. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. But I am sitting here right now with this point of like, I think a lot of what makes me me is this like ADHD side of me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of what makes me successful in the things that I do is this ADHD side of me. And I don't want to take away that spark in her, you know? She is very creative.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks outside the box. She sees the world different.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, you know? Now, is that going to give her struggles in life? 100%. It's
Yeah.
very hard for me to do something that I'm not interested in. Now, I've developed it, you know, and my parents worked on me like, you're going to be bored at times. And so so I push back on this whole, like, do we get her medication or not? Because I like her, you know?
Well, and coming from the special education world,
Sure.
it comes down to, does she need specialized instruction? Like to get her, you can do it unmedicated, but you need the diagnosis of ADHD in order to get into special ed. And at this moment, she doesn't. She's
Right.
making straight A's and
She's doing good in
great.
school.
Yeah.
Does she talk in class? Yes. Was my desk in the hallway a lot? Yeah. But, you know,
Yeah.
like part of that is what's going to make her good at what she does. Like she has a curiosity and like she's funny and she says things that are creative. And I don't want to take that away from her. And so I'm not against it. If she gets to the point where she needs it and it's going to help her succeed, then by all means, I want her to succeed. But also,
It's not something that we jump to.
no, I don't want to
Yeah.
take away what makes her, you know? And this is somewhere where we are opposites because we're coming from two different ends. You come from the special needs end of things where you're like, I've seen medication help. And I'm from the end of like, no, we're feral and we like it that way, you know?
Right.
Like, because I'm unmedicated and there are ways that it would probably help me in certain areas. But at the same time, I think a lot of what makes her, it can be your greatest strength. Your greatest strength can also be your greatest weakness, you know? And I want to try and teach her how to navigate that world before I just like shut that world off.
Yeah, I like it.
You know? I don't want her to, I like the fact that she's weird because she's she's like me, and we vibe. You know,
Mhm.
I like that. So I don't know. Can you tell I've been thinking about that a lot today?
Yeah, I got your video and I knew we'd have to have a conversation about it.
That's just something because I thought about it several years
We
ago.
can talk about it some more later, though.
Let's just talk
They
about
probably
it right
don't
now.
want to hear all about this.
Just hear us. I don't. Well, sorry. This is what the show is us talking about our life. You
I know, but it's also our daughter.
Yeah. I just love her. She's so special to me.
I know, I love her too. Are you about to start crying?
I'm gonna cry. I just love her. I like the fact that she's weird. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like weird. Like she's not like wearing.
She's just, if you think of like the creative, out of the box.
Your stereotypical artist.
Yeah,
That is her.
that is her.
Very much so. Disorganized, messy.
Mhm.
She will say stuff that you're like, how are you thinking about that? You
Yeah.
know? And like, but also sometimes she says something, I'm like, I've never thought of it like that.
Mhm.
That's the issue with her now is, so I try not to have, every now and then I'll say, you need to do this. She says, why? And I say, because I said so. Like there is sometimes you have to do it because I'm in charge. But also I allow her to be like, why? And I'll give her a reason. And sometimes I'll say, we're doing it because of this. And she'll say something. I'm like, that's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Well,
about that.
I think there's a difference when the why is argumentative. Like, why? Like, why do I
Yeah,
have...
she's not being obstinate.
Right. But there are some times where the why is, I'm genuinely curious about why your answer is that.
And I'll tell her this and she goes, yeah, but what about this? And there's been a few times she goes, what about this? And I'm quiet and go, you know what? That's a fair point, actually.
I've done
All
that
right,
a
go
few
off.
times.
You know,
Yeah.
dude, it's a fair argument, you know?
Mhm.
And as long as she doesn't have a bad attitude about it, I'm open to that. Like,
Yeah.
because there's a part of me that, like, if you tell me to do something, I want to know why I have to do it.
Tell you what, I never said why to my daddy
Oh, me either.
or my mother.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still a little afraid of my parents. I'm a grown man. I'm stronger than both of them. I could take them both at the same time. I'm still a little afraid.
I'm still a little afraid to tell my mom how, like when she's dealing with my kids and I'm like, no, don't do that. They're my
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
But
Stop
I'm
it.
still like,
Yeah, like there's a little bit of that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I want to know why. If I'm doing something, like tell me
Yeah.
why. And she's that way. And so I don't know. Parenting's hard. We don't know what we're
no one
doing.
teaches you.
And no one knows what they're doing. You talk to any parent and they're like, I don't know. This is what I did. This is what worked. This is what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard.
Well, and usually like you can say, oh, we'll do it this way the next kid. But our kids are so close in age that like.
Well, and each kid is different.
Mm-hmm.
We have to parent our son different than our daughter. Our son is sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, he takes things to heart.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like
Our daughter does too. She
Our daughter
just
does too.
doesn't show it like he does.
true. Yeah, he wears his feelings on his sleeve. She'll stonewall her face.
internalizes it.
But like also a difference with our son, like our son really responds more to like I gotta whoop that kid.
Mhm.
You know, like that's just you can tell him to do this because it's the right thing all day, but if it's not gonna hurt him if he doesn't, he's not gonna. And so like with him, like I really don't have to like spank Eloise near as often. I gotta spank Ezra. Like
Mhm.
that's what he responds to. And then I'll spank him and he goes, all right, and we're good and we move on. It's boys being,
Yeah.
but you have to parent your kids different. You can't raise them the same as the one before. You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra needs more like quality time. He's a leech, he's a lover. Eloise is off doing her thing. She doesn't slow down long enough to have that.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's not as needy.
Yeah, she's good to just do her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezra, he wants you to do something with him.
Right.
We have to play video games together.
Quality time.
Yeah, 100%. Which is more your wiring. You are a
Mhm.
quality time person. I want to go do all my stuff, and then at the end of the day, I want you to rub my back.
Yeah.
So what went on in your week this week?
I feel like I had a very emotionally
hard-
draining week.
Same. I feel you.
So nothing, super sunshine and rainbows, but it's been a long week. I'm excited to go see your parents this weekend.
Yeah, my mom's graduating college.
Woo woo.
I told somebody, I was like, hey, I can't come to this. My mom is graduating college. And then I text them like, I understand that's a weird sentence.
No.
But she's getting her bachelor's.
Yeah, we're proud of her.
Yeah.
So
She's worked
that'll
hard
be
at it.
exciting. I'm sad that it's literally less than 24 hours that we'll get to spend time with them.
I know.
But it'll be good to see them.
I thought about like leaving tonight. And then like we can get there, we can get up early and just be there with them.
We
when
have
they're ready to
dogs
go.
to worry about, though.
Yeah. And that's what the guy that's house sitting was like. I didn't realize it was one night. And I almost told him that. I was like, will you stay tonight? If so, we'll go.
Really, we wouldn't need him to stay tonight if he could just get there early in the morning to let the dogs out.
I can text him after this if you want. He'll do it.
We'll see. Because the roads also have been bad because of all the rain.
Yeah.
So, anyways, nothing too great, nothing too horrible this week. It's been a week.
Yeah. Same. I just
Some weeks are like that.
this week's just been heavy. Like we
Yeah.
just
We don't need to talk about it, though.
my job is just helping people deal with things, and there's a lot
Mhm.
of people in our community that are dealing with things right now, and you carry that burden in this job. You know, my heart hurts for them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a lot of that. Been some hospital visits, stuff like that. Just
Yep.
a long week. I don't know. I got to play the bass Sunday. I haven't got to do that in a long time.
That was good.
It was so nice. I love playing the bass.
I dropped the ball last night. I was supposed to be here working the nursery. I got my days mixed up.
So who worked it?
A dad.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to him. I think they have started watching.
Well, good.
So
That's nice.
that was really, really nice.
Was it the same dad that I was going to have run the small group?
Maybe so.
So who ran the small? Something didn't
No, he
get
said
handled
he-
somewhere.
He said, we can talk about that later. But shout out to that dad who
I
was
love
going to
it
do
when-
all of it last night.
I love it
apparently.
when I find out that somewhere I dropped the ball.
It wasn't
and-
you, it was me
Yeah,
that dropped the ball.
but it all lands.
It
It
all
all
worked.
lands on my desk, and I don't mind.
Yeah, I was thankful for that. So,
Well, I did not hear anybody say anything. So
which means that it
which
went
means our
smoothly.
church handled it. Which our church is good at that. Like
yeah.
regularly, part of my ADHD is I will drop. I can't. Sometimes I keep a lot of plates spinning, and sometimes one falls. And when that happens, they just handle it. And I'm always so thankful for that. I go buy them a
That's-
gift card to something.
That I am planning on doing that. That is the evidence of a well-working machine.
Well, not just a machine; it's a church.
Yeah.
Like our church is just good people. They will fill in where they need to fill in. They care about the church, you know, and the church succeeding and us accomplishing what God put us here to do. And our church is so good about that. Everybody here is friendly. Everybody here cares about each other. They check in on each other. I did a hospital visit today, and when I got there was a sign on the door that said no visitors. And so I was like, well, I'm their pastor, and they let me in. And the reason the sign was there is because they had so many visitors at the
Wow.
hospital. They're like, I need a second. Because our church takes care of each other. You
Yeah.
know, they look like what a church is supposed to look like, the kingdom.
Yeah, I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I always say, like, I'm so thankful for our church. I'm thankful that our kids are growing up in a church like this. You
Mhm.
know, it's a good church.
Agreed. Okay, before we start our little, what do we call it? Session.
That's our topic.
Topic. Thank you. I have a new fidget for you.
Oh, neat.
I've been playing with this whole time, so if you have
I
heard
thought
it,
this
I'm
was a
sorry.
new
That's
chain.
what. No, you can do all kinds of things. So it's basically links that are put together, plastic links. They're blue and green
For audio.
for audio. Yeah, if you hear or if you have been hearing that sound, that's what that is. But
I don't think
you
it's
can
been
take it
coming through.
apart and snap them back together, and you can just
Oh, that's neat.
you just fidget with it. But that's the fidget for the night, so you'll have to
This
read
is
it.
cool.
What did you rate the other one? Do you remember?
A 3, and then I gave it a 4.
Okay, I need to write that down so that I have them. But
It's recorded.
this is a pretty common one.
This one, I like this a lot.
Yeah, but now that you're playing with it, I can tell that it's probably been making noise this whole time.
Can you hear it in your
So I
headphones?
apologize. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, anyways, have fun fidgeting. with
Somebody
that.
who knew what
I'm
they
gonna
were
be
doing.
sad that I don't have it anymore.
Somebody who knew what they were doing could edit that out. I'm not that guy.
So
I will get a comment from Avery about every now and then. Like, you're like, I could hear mouth noises. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, dude.
Oh, shoot. Really?
I might get us pop filters or something.
Okay.
There's a
cool.
few things I'm working on. I'm working on building us some stuff for behind, like a logo.
Yeah.
I have another podcast idea I'm brewing with somebody on our staff, and it's going to be I'll just tell you, it's with Vandy. Me and Vandy are starting a podcast, and I'm working on building a set for that. Like, we're going to talk.
Sorry we don't meet your expectations, Avery. Now I'm going to be self-conscious about my mouth noises.
He walked in here, and he came and visited us on that Sunday. And he walked in here and he goes, man, you guys have put a whole lot of effort into this. I was like, yeah. He goes, it did not show on the video.
Well, hey.
I was like, dude, we got lights. He's like, yeah, it's a lot of effort for it to not show on the video. I was like, not everybody makes movies, Avery.
Yeah,
he's
a movie
very
maker.
good at
I
this
know.
stuff. Like, this is his thing, you know? And
Well, the next time you're here, you can help us out.
he's who I text when I have questions.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad.
He was running our media at our church for a while, and then he moved to become a movie maker in Austin, and now
A movie.
it's just me,
maker.
and our standard for media has dropped considerably.
That's okay, though. It's all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
Don't let perfection be the enemy of success. I've been watching a lot of self-help videos.
Okay, so I was thinking, since we have had a heavier week emotionally and just mentally drainage, maybe we can argue a little bit.
What are you talking? What's our topic?
If we were to switch lives for a week, how would that go? What would it look like?
Oh. Yeah, we're fighting tonight. Is that what we're doing? You want to fight?
Yeah. So
This is
that,
stemming
and I think
from.
it could give us some good banter, maybe.
I think this is stemming from. There's a little resentment about how you perceive my life to be so good.
Well, let's just jump right in. I did ask you if you could sweep and mop, and you said no, that you were going to be busy all day.
I was.
And then I get a text about what's the topic for tonight.
Okay, I can still think about the topic for tonight while I'm working.
For sure.
I did a whole lot today.
I believe it.
You don't believe it. That's why we're doing this topic right now, is because you think I don't work.
No, you do work. You said you were at the hospital today.
I was.
Okay.
I texted you while I was driving. That's when I do my texting. It's the best time to text.
Dangerous, babe.
The best time to do your texting is when you're driving. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm sorry that I'm also, not only am I doing my job, but I'm trying to keep this podcast afloat too. Add a plate. You know what? I'm going home. We're going to fight
I don't
tonight.
think we need to fight.
Okay. All right. Go off.
Okay,
Start
so-
it, you stupid loser. Start with your life so
I don't
hard.
want to do it if this is how it's going to be.
No, go off.
Okay. So I think that you should either you start or I start, but explain how you think my day goes from the second I wake up, my alarm goes off. What happens from the minute my alarm goes off to the minute I go to bed?
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
I do. To be clear, your life is harder than mine.
Okay.
I tell you that all the time. I'm like,
And this isn't seriously, this is not to say like my life is so hard. Like really, that's not it.
I do think your life is harder than mine, but also, I think
But
some of the
also,
reason
I do the hard things like change the pipes and
I do
mow
think your
the
life is harder, but
lawn.
I think some of the reason your life is harder is because you make it harder.
Okay.
All right, I'll tell you what I think. I do think your day is busy. All right, so you wake up at like 7 a.m.
Do you want me to be correcting you as you get these things wrong?
Sure, if you want. What time do you wake up?
6:15,
Your alarm
get
goes
out-
off at 6:15.
and I get out of bed at 6:30. 6:35.
Sometimes my alarm goes off
6:35.
at 7 and you land right there next to me.
Absolutely not.
All right, we'll see.
I have to be walking out the door at 7:10.
Okay, so then you wake up at 6:15. You wake up at 6:15, you get the kids dressed and you get dressed. Sometimes I wake up while you're doing that. if you guys are being noisy. Usually I sleep right through it.
Mhm.
So you
I
get,
will say that the kids do get themselves dressed now.
which is nice.
It is so
Yeah,
nice.
because I'll just be like, kids, go get dressed. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then Elle always walks out in pajama pants. I'm like, no, put real pants on.
I know.
Pajama pants and rain boots. But so you get up, you get the kids dressed. Normally I wake up when you make a coffee in the kitchen. I can hear the espresso. Brrr, you know.
Mhm.
So you do that, and then you go to the school, and you
Mhm.
have car duty.
I do have car duty.
So you let the kids out of the cars,
Mhm.
and the kids hang out at the school while you're doing that. Then you work with students in your office.
Okay.
So you do like what resource? Is
I
that what it's
do-
called?
I do. I do.
You do.
I do resource. Yes.
That's not till the end of the day. That's not till the end of the day. Every 3 days. Um,
Oh my gosh.
you're not regular.
Okay.
So you do resource. I think you visit classes fairly often. You'll go and visit students that have like additional needs and help them. You have resource students in your class that you work with them. You do that all day. Sometime throughout that day, you do find enough time to call me about stuff that could be a
like
text message.
once
The s-
every 3 weeks, maybe.
the days you call me, you call
Let's
me like
look at
10
our
times.
call log.
You called me like earlier this week.
You keep talking. Keep going. I'm gonna look at our call log.
I had the kids at the dentist. How much did you text me?
I needed to know what was happening to
You
my
didn't.
kids.
I can tell you when we get
and
home.
I will. Well, I'll put that in later. But
You could tell me when we get home. I don't have to. You don't have to know right then.
you
You're
can
working.
ask my friend at work. I said I'm gonna be very patient. I'm not gonna ask him how it went afterwards. I didn't.
I know because I stopped replying to you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because you texted
I
our family
genuinely
group
said-
message and said, and made my sister tell me. You said, "Have you seen my message?" And I responded to the group message and said, "Yeah, I saw them," and I did not reply.
Yeah, because I wanted you to see those before you saw the dentist, so you could show him the
I
picture.
did those, and I replied to that. It was afterwards. Like,
No, it
what
wasn't
did he
after.
say? What did he?
It wasn't after.
I won't bring up the receipts. I know because it was so annoying to me. But so I just stopped replying because like we can talk about this at home. It doesn't have to be a text. But so you do, if there's anything that you're thinking about, you will call me and text me all day. And I'm like, hello, I'm working. What do you need?
Yeah. And I do that while I'm walking from building to building because I have no service inside the
I'm
building.
just saying it's the same argument that you just gave me a second ago when you're like, you texted me how the podcast was going. Or what's the topic for the podcast? Yeah, there's seconds in between the day when I'm walking somewhere or doing something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, a little understanding. So you do that all day, and then you have pickup. So you do car duty again.
Thankfully, I don't have to do car duty in the afternoon. I did today because it was sopping wet.
Okay. And then you get home about 4:15, 4:30, and you make dinner. We eat dinner early, so you make dinner. And then after dinner, you sit down on the couch, and you at some point the kids like do their thing.
Who
And-
cleans the kitchen?
Somebody does. I don't know who. I've never seen it happen.
Are you kidding me?
You know, you clean the kitchen every now and then. I'll notice there's some stuff in there for a while. We can do something about that. It smells bad. but-
Okay, but you don't.
You're
So
correct. I do
I
not.
cook the dinner,
Yeah,
and then
you
I
cook
clean
the dinner, and
dinner.
then you do the dishes. I'm normally like playing video games with Ezra at that point, or sitting in the kitchen with you.
Sometimes, yeah.
Which we'll get into what I do during the day. But
Mhm.
so then you normally will sit down on the couch, and while we're playing games, and then at some point the kids walk up and you say, "Dad is putting you to bed."
Yep.
And sometime throughout the day, so then you begin doing your nails for 4 hours, 3 times a week for some reason.
I do that once every 2 or 3 weeks.
It's constant. You're
I
always
have
over there.
pictures of them.
Every time I turn around, you're over there with some UV light. Bzzz. And so then, I wrote some stuff down, planning for this. We watch a TV show and sit on our phones. Randomly, you will tell me something you scheduled for the next day that I need to do.
sometimes, like a dentist appointment.
You'll tell me all the things you signed me up for the next day that I now have to rearrange my entire schedule the next day to make happen. Usually we'll sit down and tell me something you scheduled on Thursday when we are supposed to, during the time we're supposed to be filming the podcast. You'll have that. You sit down and talk about how much laundry we have to do and argue with me over whether or not it can wait until tomorrow. This is all while we're watching our show and sitting on our phones. Then,
Which is about typically an hour.
and then at some point you will say the phrase, you know what I think we should do? And then you tell me what part of the house you would like to completely remodel on Saturday. And you're like, we could do it in a day. And you do that. And then eventually we go to bed. And then right before I'm about to fall asleep, you decide that this is the time that we should talk about the most pressing issues in our life or tell me the saddest news you've ever heard. And so I'll be almost asleep and you'll be like, we have so much debt. And then you roll over and go to sleep. And I lay in bed and think about that for the next 2 hours. And that's your day.
I can fall asleep at the drop of a hat.
You can. You just give me all your burdens and then go to bed. And I just like lay in bed and think about it. I'm like, I guess I'll get a second job. And that's your day.
We're fine.
We're fine. All right.
We're gonna be
there it is.
okay.
I told you. Now are you going to tell me what you actually do?
Sure.
Okay. How
So-
accurate was I?
So all that crap that you just said is like
True.
one thing a month ago, maybe. Happens every month. Something
That's
like
what
that
you
happens.
Oh, I also mentioned after you do the dishes, you sit down and you ask me to turn off lights and let the dogs in and out.
Yeah, sometimes I do that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like if I just let the dogs out or let them in and then I sit down and I've been cooking, cleaning, getting ready
You've been doing
so
a lot.
you can get up and
I
get
get
the
up and
dogs
do
out.
it. I don't complain.
I mean, it obviously does something to you for you to type it out on your
Yeah, you
tablet.
wanted to start a fight tonight, so here it is.
Is that your ammo?
Not all of it. I'm saving some. I'm not going to use it if I don't have to.
Okay.
I still love you. I still love you.
So what? Why'd you type it out?
'Cause
Why'd
we're-
you type it out then?
Oh no, I didn't type out any of my real ammo. I don't want you to be able to
okay.
see it. I'm
Okay.
just saying I still love you, but I'm also not going to lose.
I think you lost after all the things I do.
All right.
Okay, so my alarm goes off. I have like 3 alarms, but I finally get out of bed at 6:30. Really, the latest is like 6:35,
Why
but
not
that is
just
pushing
set
it
the late alarm?
because I like being able to press snooze.
That's fair. That's a fair argument.
So what I do is I
that
press
15
snooze.
minutes of sleep feels so much better after you snooze.
It does, and then I unplug it and it vibrates, and so I put it like underneath my body so that when it,
Mhm.
comes back on it, I'm like, okay, really, I have to get out of bed. I get dressed. The kids as I'm getting dressed, they end up walking in to get dressed. They get dressed, get the kids, make sure they have their snacks, make sure they're wearing the appropriate clothes, make
Yeah.
sure their hair doesn't look like a rat's nest or an afro.
All of this is our daughter.
Yeah. Today, make sure their shorts can't be seen under their dress. Anyways, and then, so make sure they're wearing what they're supposed to be wearing. Make sure they have their snacks. Make my coffee. Then we run out of the house because we're running late,
Always.
always. Get in the car, call your mother. We FaceTime every morning. Talk to your mother the whole way, which is a joy. That's not, it's just a part of our life. Get to school. Most of the time we're running, so the kids go into the cafeteria. I go start morning duty. I do that for about 30 minutes every day. Rain, cold, hot, sunny. Today,
Oh,
so
man.
humid.
If I had
My
a violin,
gosh.
I'd play it for you.
Thank you so much. And then I go visit classrooms. So I visit students who need inclusion support. I have resource. So with those students, they come with me and we do stuff in my class. Sometimes there are just like fires that need to be put out that I try and help with. Sometimes I go to service a kid and something's going on. They don't need me. So then I go find something to do. Sometimes I text you. Sometimes I call you while I'm walking from building to building.
You
But that's
do.
very rare. Like maybe once every 3 weeks. I guess that's not that rare.
Probably less than that. It's probably once
It's-
every other week.
Once every
But
other
the
week.
weeks you call like 3 times that week.
Yeah. So that, like, my schedule is different every day, and that goes on through the whole school day. I don't have to do morning or after school duty, so
Which there's couples that text and talk all day throughout the day. That is not us.
that is wild to me.
I talk to you when I see you at home. Like, I don't text you throughout the day. I don't
And I
call you.
genuinely have a good amount of friends that do that
I don't have time
text
for that.
all day
I'm
long.
busy. Plus, like, then what are you going to talk about when you get home? Like, but so we don't really communicate throughout the day.
Not that it's
we're-
wrong. It's
no,
not
and
wrong.
They love
It's
each other
just-
more than we love each other. I don't.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. But like,
Darn.
I see you at home.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
So, anyways, I think that if I do call you, it's something's happening at work and I need to talk about it, or a decision's been made on my end, or something with the kids.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
always
always there's always, it's not like, hey, what you doing? You
No.
know, it's never, there's something going on that I need to call you for.
Now, I would argue it's not always something that has to be discussed right at that moment, but you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. And most of the time, because when I get home is like, so just with the kids, you know, I'll get to all that, but I often forget it. So if I don't text you or write it down, I will forget. So anyways, I do that. And then I typically get home around 4:15. If I do order groceries, I go get them on the way home from school.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I walk in the door, I go to the bathroom. And I have about 10 minutes of peace and quiet. Half the time it's 30 seconds. That is my new thing. Instead of going to the bathroom, I just sit in the car.
Like, the kids will come in and they're like, "Where's mom?" I'm like, "She's in the car."
Yeah. And the kids, like today, our son was like, "Okay, so are you going to stay in the car?" And I was like, no. We have to, we have stuff to do. I have to get out. But just like I even turned the car off, like just to sit in silence for a few minutes.
I get it.
Need, because my day has not been silent at all. Like, I don't think there's one moment where it's quiet. It's constant because my office is in the front office. And so it's just, it is what it is. It's nice. Like, I like it. But so anyways, I get home 4:15. I sit in my car for about 10 minutes. And then I go in the kitchen and I start cooking. I make sure the kids, if they have homework, they are doing their homework. Lately, when they get in trouble, they have to do their homework for the week. And so they get it all done in one sitting.
Okay.
So that's been nice that our son's been getting on crazy colors that are not green. So
Been doing a lot of homework, that boy.
yeah. Eloise normally does her homework in the car on the way home, which is nice. So I cook and then I clean. Sometimes we sit down and eat together. Sometimes we don't.
It depends on what we have going on that week.
Yeah. What day of the week it is, because we have
try and make
things every
family dinners
night.
happen as often as we can.
Yeah. That was something that we did as a family growing up.
We always ate family dinner.
Every single dinner.
Every single meal. Where I'm not home a lot in the evenings.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always up at the church or doing like
Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays are your only time that you're really up at the church.
but
unless there's a
Mondays
special
we
event.
have like a thing.
Yeah.
Wednesdays I have a thing.
Yeah.
Thursdays, sometimes I have a thing, sometimes I don't. Really, the nights that I'm home where we can do something is like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah. So, anyways, cook, clean, and then after that, I will start laundry every now and then, but that's, maybe 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And
we
then,
just kind of push it over as we go.
Yeah, sit down, and that's, by that point, it's typically 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
Kids go to bed at 7:15. We try and have them start getting ready for bed so that they're in bed by 7:30. So luckily they shower and bathe on their own. Unless it's a hair wash night, then I have to help them with that. So
Eloise washes her hair on her own.
I have to wash
Every
her
now and
hair.
then I'll have to go in there and like make sure it gets rinsed.
Yeah,
But-
the other day I said, okay, I want you to wash your hair. So she went in there. I said, but before you rinse it out, I want to see it. So she's like, Mom, I'm ready to rinse it. I look. She did not have soap all over her head. It was in one little section. I said, okay, I need to help you. Because I've been noticing when she does let me do her hair, her scalp is dirty because she's not washing it correctly.
Sure.
So she has been told that I need to help her wash her hair. She's got a lot of it too. So I do that and then sit down, and then at that point you pretty much take over the kids, but kids and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And-
when I'm
and
ready
you
for
do your
bed, I
nails.
just sometimes I do my nails. Like once every 2 to 3 weeks.
It takes you so long.
It does take me so long, but you know what? I could be paying $70 to do my
I'm
nails.
for it. I've told you I will spend as much money on that hobby as you want. I want you to have hobbies.
Yeah, but you don't know about our money and finances.
I have no
I
idea.
do not need to spend $70 every 2 weeks on my nails. I
I'm
refuse
saying
to do it.
I would rather you do it yourself because it's a hobby. It's something you enjoy.
Yeah, I love doing it.
You like it. I mean, I make fun of you the same way you make fun of my hobbies, but it's something you enjoy and you like to do it and you're good at it. Go off.
I mean, I'm not good at it. I'm getting better at it, but
I think
also
you're
like
pretty good at it.
I love like seeing something online and being like, I think I can make that. I think I can do that. And I used to be a very habitual nail biter, and I have broken that habit, which is something that I always wanted to do. So that's exciting too. So anyways, once every 2 to 3 weeks, I do my nails for 4 hours.
It takes so long.
It does take long. And then whenever I'm ready for bed, I just get up and walk out.
I would say, yeah, and you don't even tell me you're going to bed. You've
Yeah, I
gotten
just
better
get-
about it. You just go to bed, and I'll be like, where did you go? And I go in there, and you're just,
You would call me.
yeah, like, where are you? Just tell me you're going to bed. I'll go with you.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten better. I've
Yeah.
been doing that lately. So
I was not far off in my
you were
description.
pretty
of what,
spot on.
yeah, because I watch you and I pay attention. I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I care about you. You don't know what I do all day.
I also pay the bills. I do the grocery
Oh
shopping.
yeah, auto pay is real freaking.
No, we do. We have one auto pay.
Yeah, I don't know.
The rest is not.
I literally don't even know.
Um,
I don't even know who we use for like electricity or gas.
I know
Centerpoint.
we do use Centerpoint
All
for
right,
gas.
I've seen that. I've seen that word before. I've seen an email with them in there.
An email. We get it in the mail.
I've seen it somewhere.
Okay. So, anyways, would you like me to tell you what I think you do for the day?
I would because you don't think I freaking do anything.
Okay, so you wake up at 10 o'clock.
No, so not
You
true.
take a nap at 12 o'clock. You go to the gym at 2 o'clock. And you come home at 4 o'clock. And you sit on the couch and play video games with our son.
That is wild. That is so inaccurate, and you know it.
I know, I'm just messing with
Now, my life is much easier than yours, but that's your fault. You should have chosen a better job.
I make the money.
You do make the money. But
We have to live somehow
Yeah, we'll be all right. God provides. He always does.
because your wife's making the money.
Yeah, thank God. Now, even before you made the money, like, we were okay.
Yeah.
We've always been okay. God's always been faithful.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, so.
So you
a
wake
little
up at
attitude, just-
11 o'clock.
No. All right, would you like me to actually tell
No,
you?
I'm going to tell you.
All right, go off. I thought you did.
You wake up at 8:30. 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
I wake up at 8. I have an alarm for
Mm.
7, and sometimes I wake up at 7. If I need to be somewhere early, I wake up at 7, but usually I wake up at 8.
You're very good that, like, if you need to wake up early, you will wake up
I just
and
wake
get there
up.
on
When
time.
my alarm goes off,
Yeah.
I set one alarm.
Yeah.
When it goes off, I wake up.
So you wake up at 8. I don't know what you do around the house, but you leave 8:30, I'm assuming, 8:10.
8:30.
And then do you let the dogs out? Because
Mhm.
we do that in the morning. You let
Yes,
them out
I do.
again?
Yes.
Do you?
100%.
Okay.
Every time.
Which is good because sometimes the two older ones don't want to go out when we try and let them out.
Yeah. Often there's some type of accident from the puppy that I have to clean up most days.
Well, then we can put her back in the kennel if that's
It's fine.
something. No, we
I don't-
don't want her having
she's-
accidents.
She's been in the kennel all night. She deserves to be able to stretch her legs, and she's about to be in the kennel all day.
Yeah.
It's okay if she's out of the kennel. I'll clean up the mess.
So then you leave, you get to the church by 9. Sometimes you do things around the church. Sometimes you do emails. Sometimes you sit and read a book. You light your candle. You sit in the chair.
Sometimes.
You talk to people. Sometimes you turn the light off and you go to sleep.
I haven't taken a nap in a long time.
I know, Jason.
I don't have time lately. But if I got time, I will.
You skip lunch.
Yeah, I don't eat lunch.
You work on the podcast stuff. Occasionally.
I do that more in the evenings.
Yeah.
I try not to do it at work because that's not my job.
Yeah.
And I get paid to do my job, so I try not to do that.
Well, most of the time you do it while I'm cooking dinner. You're sitting at the
Mhm.
counter doing that. You go to the gym at 12. Oh, I'm sorry. You go to the gym at 2.
I go to the gym at 2.
So you do stuff during the day until 2.
You genuinely think I don't do a freaking thing, don't you? You genuinely do. This is the problem, is like, you genuinely think I don't work.
I know that you work because my
You
watch buzzes
treat-
all day saying leaving the church, joining or
You
at the
treat
church,
me like
leaving
I
the church,
don't
at the
work.
church.
Regularly, like, I'll be like, I have work, and you look at me like, you don't have a real job.
Do you know how many times I hear you say, I don't work at a real job? I
Yeah,
don't have a real job.
Joke. First
You
off,
say it a lot.
yes, it's a very funny joke. I tell it to church members about, can you do this? I'm like, yeah, I ain't got a real job. I'll show
Yeah.
up. What they don't realize is me showing up is my job.
Yeah.
That's
Then you go to the gym until 4:30. It used to be till 3:30, 3:45, and
There's a
now
bunch
it's
of-
4:30.
There's a bunch of us now, so I got out at 4 today,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a bunch of us now, so it takes us longer.
And then your evenings are so different. Depends on the day.
Yep.
The end.
You want me to give you a general rundown of what
Yeah,
I do?
go ahead.
I think this will be enlightening for you.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, so you're right. My alarm I wake up at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's also 6 o'clock right now, so
oh, we have to hurry then.
yes.
I wake up at 8 and I get up and I clean up a little bit of whatever the dogs have torn up, trash or something like that, and then I go to the church. When I get to the church, my day looks different every single day. Some days I'm at somebody's house putting in a new toilet. Some days I am cutting an old lady's grass. Some days I'm answering emails. Some days I'm writing sermons. Some days I'm building classes. My day literally is different every day. I might be in a hospital. Often I have somebody in my office. My job is people bring me problems and I solve them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my job works. And sometimes I have a whole lot of problems that I have to solve. Sometimes I don't have as many.
And sometimes they're surface level. Sometimes they're emotional and
Yeah, but
heavy.
I deal with people in crisis.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's the big deal. My job has an emotional weight. Like, you know, sometimes I'm visiting the hospital because somebody had a minor surgery. Sometimes I'm sitting with somebody while their loved one is dying. You know, those are hard to do. I go to the gym at 2 and I work out with all my guys and we do that stuff. I get home at 4-ish and I tidy up the house before you get in. Like, I'll usually like try to tidy up the living room or something so that it's a little cleaner when you walk in. Then you get home and I sit in the kitchen with you while you cook dinner. I sit at the counter and I work on our podcast and I talk to you about your day. Ask you how your day went, talk to the kids. And then after we're done with dinner, I hang out with the kids while you're doing dishes. And then I put the kids to bed and I hang out with you, spend time with you, and then I go to bed.
There it is.
That's a good life. But I do work.
I know you do.
No, you don't. You don't.
I really do.
Like, there's days I work very, very hard. There's also days where I have a little more freedom. You know, I can pick my
Which is
schedule.
also why, like, I don't fret too much about, like, if the kids, like, our daughter woke up with an ulcer in her mouth or a thing.
No, I'll take them.
I know that you can take them, which is really nice. That, like, I don't have to take off of work because then we're paying for it and you can do it and you have that flexibility. And
And
that's
most
really
nights
nice.
I have something that I'm doing. Like we're about to wrap this up because I have to go to something right now.
Yes.
But no, I don't. So the final question I saw you put on there is like, here's the deal. I know you do more than me. You have more jobs than me.
Mhm.
I would argue that my jobs are the sucky ones. Like there are certain things I do that are sucky. And I'm willing to do those because
Mhm.
you do a lot more than I do. But your final question was who would survive more? I would not survive if I woke up as you.
I don't think
in
you
a
would
day.
either.
That's miserable. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I think you'd do my job just fine.
I think so too. I am Superwoman.
Oh, do you think you know what? I've changed my opinion. I don't think you would do my job just fine.
I think I'd be fine with it.
I think you could.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
It's a good life.
I
We have a
admit
good
you
life.
have a harder life than I do.
Mm-hmm.
My life's
And
pretty
there are
freaking sick.
sometimes like if things are just really hard, like I can rely on you. Like if I've just
I'll
had a
do
day and
whatever
I'm
you
like,
need.
I can't do the laundry. Like I'm so
Which I tell you all the time,
overwhelmed.
you
Or
don't have to do the laundry. It's fine. Yeah.
if you don't do the laundry, it piles up so fast.
Yeah, but every now and then I'll
it's
just stay up late and fold it all
ridiculous.
while I watch TV.
Yeah. And so like, there are moments
We're a
where
team.
yeah, we just have to rely on each other, and we know that you're there if I need a little bit of support.
Yeah, work together.
So,
But I have a
Anyways.
real job.
mm-hmm.
Leave me alone.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, but I'm thankful for you. I'm
All right.
thankful that you're always there.
I'm thankful for you.
Thanks.
You keep our lives together. You are the reason why we have the life we have. It's not because of me.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm thankful that you acknowledge that.
Good. I'm glad.
So, anyways, thanks for listening and tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed this
We hope-
wild ride.
We hope you enjoy the fact that Amanda just wants you guys to know how much harder her life is
That's
than mine.
not true.
She wants you to know that she's a Cinderella, sleeping in the cinders, speaking to the mice.
I hope my mom's not watching this.
I tell everybody, like, yeah, you do way more than I do.
That is not what this episode was about.
100%. That's the reason you chose this topic. 100%. When you sent me the topic today, I was like, oh, great. I didn't realize it was.
Oh, before we go, rate
How-
that quick.
I give it a 6 out of 10. I really like it, actually.
It's a good one, huh?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't want to.
I think that the quality could be a little better, but it's
No, I like it a lot.
a great fidget. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, like and subscribe and stay married.
Stay married.